Everyone, welcome to another episode of XLTV, coming to you from the northern part of South Africa for the Pongola 500 Challenge. And what a show we got in store for you today. We're going to check out some of the country's top riders racing around this track for 500 kilometers, hoping to finish this race. It's going to be an amazing show in store for you. But before we go anywhere, let's check out some crazy action. Hey everyone, we're back here for XLTV, coming to you from the Pongola 500, and what a show we got in store for you, the challenge of a lifetime. And we are standing with the contest organizer, Marianne. Marianne, what's the Pongola 500 all about?
It's a one-day challenge event. The riders come from all over the country. They arrive on the Friday, and Saturday they head out early, nice and early start. And they have a 500 kilometer range route to ride, and they go around the Mozambican border. It's a whole route for 500 Ks, and they have to complete it within one day. There's a cut-off time at about 12:30, 12:30, and from there they have to make it 500 kilometer route.
So Mary, what's so challenging about this? One of the top races in the country.
They say it's like the comrade event of motorbikes, and there's a lot of riders that are beginners. But there are also some really important guys out there that have already done the Dakar event that come yearly. So yeah, they participating, but no one is going for first prize. That's what's making it a challenge. It's each one at their own level.
Awesome. Now, what's the challenge all about? Is it really easy? Is it an easy challenge, or is it quite a lot of extreme aspects to it?
There's extreme aspects to it for sure. The event is in Jazini at Jazini Tiger Lodge. It's a small town in Natal, in the northern part of Natal in South Africa. Very populated area. It's a rural district, a lot of bush, a lot of sand, a lot of thick sand, and that's what makes this event so challenging.
That's great. Now Marianne, how do they know where to get from the start to the finish? Do they just get on their bikes and go, or do they follow someone, or how do they know how to get to the end?
Well, my husband is an extremist and a rider of note, and he goes out and he rides pretty much every weekend and searches for the most extreme routes to put out on the route each year. They plot the route with GPS, and that's downloaded and sent via email to the guys that then download it before they arrive.
So it's quite a challenge. It's not only about getting to the end, it's about actually knowing where you need to go, but you have to follow your GPS. And what happens if your GPS goes down? I mean, how do they get to the end if something goes down?
Then it's a real challenge for them. They have to get there, make sure they finish the complete 500 Ks. There is a backup crew as well. But yeah, it's a challenge that they need to get through. It's a huge challenge for these guys to do the 500 kilometers. So it's a big event for them.
That's great. Hey, well, we're here for the Pongola 500. The race is about to start. I'm going to jump in a helicopter and follow these guys around this track of 500 kilometers. You guys don't touch that remote. Mary, well done with this event. We'll be back with some more XLTV action right after this.
Very nice. It's a beautiful challenge for me, my friend. No, nice. Very, 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 very nice. It's beautiful.
Hey everyone, we're back here for XLTV, coming to you from the Pongola Challenge here in Zululand of all places. Top of South Africa, having an amazing event, standing with Roger, one of the top riders in this event. Roger, what's the Pongola 500 Challenge all about?
Well, it's about coming out here and exploring a new part of South Africa, a different part that we don't get to often. And it's new communities, new environments, and it's coming out here and testing yourself and your machine against the environment. And it's a big challenge. It's hard work. It's long. It's tough. It's hot. Lots of physical demands on you. Lots of demands on the machinery. And most important, it's about being with your mates and having a good ride and having fun.
That's great. Now we're looking at 500 kilometers, which is 310 miles of just rough terrain. Tell me a little bit about what's the terrain like on the ride.
Well, this part of the world is mostly very sandy, so it's extremely demanding on your interaction with the machine. You're getting a lot of feedback from the terrain, thick sand. It throws you around. You get bullied a little bit by the terrain. So and it's big distances, and parts of it's very tight. We ride along the Mozambican border, and in there you're in amongst some palm trees, some thorn trees, some bushes. So you're trying to navigate between the trees and in the growth, and very thick sand which is throwing you into the trees, and you're bouncing off things. And so it's very demanding. It's extremely challenging, and that's why we like it, because you come out here and it's one of those things that really push you and push your boundaries.
So Roger, I'm up in the helicopter watching you guys, and you're flying around these tracks. I mean, there's hundreds of tracks all over the place. What kind of speeds are you going at, and what's it like out there?
We're doing some phenomenal speeds. I mean, we're really pushing the boundaries, and at some points you're going so fast you actually don't know what's happening. I mean, there's whoops in the roads, there's bumps, there's jumps, there's people, there's animals, there's goats. We actually wonder sometimes why we're doing it, and a couple of close shaves. We take it easy, and we try and be safe. That's obviously the first goal, is to get home in one piece. But it's really fast, and it's a fast type of terrain. This it's open, it's flat, it's quite smooth. But we're out here to test our limits. We really enjoy it.
Now Roger, I'm up there and I'm watching you guys, following you from behind in the chopper, and there's tracks all over the place. There's roads, there's paths. I mean, how do you know where you're going, and how do you get to the end?
Well, that's actually the toughest part. Is you always got to locate yourself. Where are you? We've got GPS technology on the bikes, and there's a preloaded route on there, and we're navigating with the route. But basically, there's just a line, because none of the roads are loaded on these. These are paths out in deepest, darkest Africa, and so. We follow the track, and we try not to make any navigation errors.
So Roger, in one sentence, how would you describe this awesome sport of bike racing?
There's only one way to summarize it, and that's freedom, joy, and expansion through motorcycling.
Great words, great show. You're watching Extreme Life, having an amazing time checking out this challenge. But we'll be back with some more XLTV action right after this. Hey, we're back here for XLTV. What an amazing show we're having, checking out the challenge. And this is what it's all about, the Pongola 500 challenge here in the deepest, darkest Africa at a place called Zululand. I'm standing with Joey, one of the riders of this event. Joey, how's it been out there, and what's this event all about?
It's been fantastic out there, and it's just about being out there. Spending some time just out in these kind of surroundings, beautiful mountains and rivers and thick, deep sand, and it's just great being out here.
That's great. Now, Joey, the challenge, you've been here before, you've been on this event once before. What was that all about?
Yeah, well, it was here once before, and that didn't go so good. We had a bit of a meeting with a cow. It was pretty close to the beginning. You're still kind of getting into it a bit and stuff, and it was a section where it was quite bushy, and we had a cow run out, and normally they're pretty docile, and it kind of ran out, and certainly caught me off guard. I didn't have time to brake, and we hit it. And it turned out to be a week in hospital, a couple operations, and 6 months later. But here we are back again to come and finish what we started, I guess.
That's great. Facing the challenge, overcoming challenges, and that's what it's all about. Extreme life, living on the edge. But Joey, are you prepared for this, and how do you prepare for a race like this?
I'd like to say I'm prepared. I'd be lying, but it's certainly you can't prepare for everything, and that's what makes it great. You know, there's sections here where it's just thick, deep sand, like riding on a thick beach sand. You know, and there's other sections where it's rivers and other rocky terrains. You know, so there's certainly everything. And the thing for me that really excites me about these type of events is that you don't know what's out there. You've got 500 Ks of adventure that just lies before you, and it's a case of go out and let's see what the day brings, and just have a good time and endure it all, and come back tired and dirty and with a big smile.
Love it. Living life with a big smile. And the challenge is more than just racing. It's actually a challenge against yourself. What's the dynamics of this event? You're not really racing against each other. What's it about?
Yeah, it's certainly a challenge, and with any of the best challenges in life, it's where you're challenging yourself. You know, you're beating your own boundaries, you're beating your own personal bests, and so to be able to come out here somewhere like this and have someone like Dali who's laid out just such an incredible challenge before you. It's like sitting at a feast, and you come up and you dig in and you see how much of it you can eat, you know. And so for me the challenge is just to be out here, get through a day, and there's going to be times where you're tired, man, and you want to quit, and you're hungry, and you hit the wall, and you suck it up and you keep going, and at the time it doesn't seem that much fun, but looking back it's just fantastic.
Joey, bike riding, how would you describe it to our viewers? You're on this bike. How would you describe it in words?
Well, you can see me smiling already. So, you know, for me riding my bike it's freedom. You know, with my challenges with my legs, you know, and you know, not being able to run and that type of stuff. When I'm on my bike and I'm going through paths and rivers and valleys, and it's just, for me, it's ultimate freedom.
That's really what life is all about, ultimate freedom. And we're here for Extreme Life. Joey, keep ripping out there. Stoked that you're walking again. Keep riding. Hey, you're watching XLTV, coming to you from the Pongola 500. Amazing event here in deepest, darkest Africa. We'll be back with some more Extreme Life action right after this.
What's up? I'm Stephen Baldwin, and you're watching Extreme Life. Peace.
All right, we're about ready to wrap up here for the Extreme Challenge here in Pongola. But before we go, let's check out the last bit of action.
Wow, what a challenge. That was amazing. It was an extreme dirt zone 500 challenge.